today. From Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara, California, it's the NFC wildcard round on EA Sports. It's the San Francisco 49ers.
It's that most wonderful time of the year, the NFL playoffs, as we're underway on EA Sports.
From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. So out come the Seahawks now for their first possession. And they will be led out by the youngster, the rookie, their QB.
And he comes off of a really good regular season with over 4,000 yards passing. And now in the playoffs, people always ask the question, do you continue to play the way you played in the regular season? Do you turn it loose? Or do you tone it down a little bit? I think you've got to be smart, but make sure you show the defense something they haven't seen before.
And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. Operating from the 27 now. Here's 2nd and 3. And they'll run. It's Ken Walker. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
Good running right there. And this is a man who was a 1,000-yard rusher in the regular season, so you know he's going to get his chances. And he picks up nice yardage on that one.
Back to Walker on first down. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
Brandon, we just saw the benefits of being able to run the ball successfully. They pick up 4 yards on that carry. So now if you're a play caller, you can do just about anything you want. But on the defensive side of the ball, you're scrambling a little bit. Now you're behind trying to figure out, do I need to blitz it? Do I need to pressure it? How do I gain an advantage on this snap?
Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7. Is that one officially a loss of 1? So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. To throw on 3rd down. Meyer. That's complete to DK Metcalf. And oh, he's just going to be short here. Barely. Maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game. But it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. 3rd down. They gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go and make the tackle right away.
So a change of possession here on the punt. And the 49ers will take over deep in their own territory. So out comes the offense now with a long field ahead of them. And they'll be led out by their 8th-year quarterback.
And there's really no underestimating or downplaying the incredible regular season he had throwing the football. When you throw for over 5,000 yards, that's a monster season. He's got an offense that's certainly capable of doing damage in the postseason as well. But he also understands that defense tends to win championships in the playoffs. He wants to find a way to set that aside and advance his team.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he goes down at the 26. A pickup of 13, and that last play began at the 13. First down. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. So not quite a first down just yet as they come up on 2nd and less than a yard. Now a give, it's Jackson. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. The play-action fake, they'll look to throw. He'll rifle this one deep right side. This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown, 49ers. A big play there. 60 yards. And the 49ers will strike first here in this wild card matchup.
point after, right down the middle. And it's now a 7-0 game. So that drive spanned 5 plays. And it's polished off by a touchdown for San Francisco. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. Defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10.
And he'll be corralled right around the 34. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Back to throw. Meyer.
A throw left sideline falls incomplete.
And I think he was a little surprised to see the ball sitting out there like that. That's a ball he had a chance to come away with, but it winds up an incomplete pass.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that, you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch. Now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Looking to throw. Meyer throwing into traffic there, and that's complete. It'll be a gain of 5, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
Back to throw. Meyer. And he will find his man on the outside. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. So out now is the Seattle field goal team. From the right hash, and this one just a chipping. And his kick is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3.
So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive.
A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due, because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
And because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and that'll bring up 4th down. Needing the tough yards, they run it with their fullback. And he's got the first down yardage as he brings this up to the 47. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert. On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he'll get what he can up the middle, 3 yards. That'll bring up 2nd down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
And some solid footwork there as he'll take this down to about the 38. They'll get a dozen there, and it's a first down, 49ers. On the give, here comes Jackson. That's some strong running there as he's down just shy of the 20 on the edge of the red zone. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling. On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And this will be a gain of 6 when it's all said and done. Down to the 15 from the 21. 53 yards rushing for him in this first half as he has certainly carried over his regular season success into the playoffs. This 2nd and 4. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. They're going to look to throw toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Right up to that point, I was about to say he's had a pretty good half catching the football, but let's just be honest about it. He should have caught that one.
And he knows that. That was one right in his breadbasket and one he normally catches. They'll set up a throw. That is caught. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Give them credit. They knew what they wanted to dial up on 4th. They executed it for 9 yards, and the offense stays out there. This is caught. Touchdown. From 6 yards away. As his guys are able to extend their lead. Extra point right down the middle, and that pushes the lead up to 11. So that drive, 12 plays in length, and the end result for the 49ers, a touchdown. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And we will get another look at Seattle's offense. And a first half that really has not been kind to them. A late opportunity here to maybe make some inroads on this deficit before half.
And this drive's going to go a long way towards telling us whether they actually have a chance to come all the way back in this game or not.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. A 1st and 10 here, and you know, if they could just get 3 out of this, something about whittling it to a 1-score game at half that might provide a psychological boost. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Collins. And he goes out of bounds. It looks like right at the 50.
We didn't need to ask around the league, but we got to confirm this guy's a good player. They've got to find a way to get him more involved, call a few more plays that target him.
Absolutely, because here we are toward the end of the first half, and that's the first target, not just the first catch, first target. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. He's got a man. It's his tight end. That's complete. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts, as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. Back to throw again. Throw out wide to Walker. They showed off a nice juke of the defender before the next wave could bring him down. Clock running, and the Seahawks, they're running too, trying to speed up to the line of scrimmage. Throw out wide is incomplete.
I'm really liking what I'm seeing from this defense because their coverage has been playing at a shutdown level so far. Even backed up late, they're forcing incompletions and fighting to keep them out of the end zone as the first half winds down.
He's got his target. That's complete. Now a signal and a timeout call, as it comes with 9 seconds to go in this first half of play. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll look to throw again.
Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And the 49ers are going to take over once again, and they'll have it at their own 8-yard line.
Charles, not only is that an interception, it's one when you were really knocking on the door for a touchdown inside the red zone.
You're actually thinking points. No matter what, at worst, you're thinking kicking a field goal and getting 3. We might look back on this in the second half and say, you remember when they didn't get points on that drive? This could cost them.
They'll throw now on the final play. Looking left sideline, it's complete. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line.
A look around the NFL, we'll have to wait for postgame because we are moving right through halftime and on to the third quarter.
One of these two teams about to play their final half of the season as we're back at it in this NFC wildcard bout.
A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
And they're in the position they expected to be in. They've got the lead, home crowd behind them, and they're looking toward making that next step in these playoffs.
And I think a key for them is to put together some good, long, extended drives. Work the run in a little more with that big offensive line. I'm not saying get away from throwing the football. That's still working. But
no, bottled up. Fumble. It's out. It's loose. We talk a lot about setting the tone to start the game. Well, you want to start the tone right in the third quarter as well, and nearly lost a football there in their first drive.
And sometimes we overdo it when we talk about halftime adjustments and what teams are going to do. Most of the time, it's just a matter of executing the game plan you brought in. But I'll guarantee you, they didn't draw that play up on the whiteboard at halftime. They're fortunate to retain possession.
It's a pretty strong running there as he'll take this across the 50 and down to the 44.
13 yards there and a Niner first.
From the gun, they'll try to run it. And a pretty good burst right there as he'll take this down to the 33. 69 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game.
So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33.
From the gun, it's Taylor.
And he'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. Was that 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. And out of bounds right around the 20. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Well, we've seen running backs in today's NFL get involved in the passing game. Maybe it's about time more receivers like that get involved in the running game.
And that is something we are seeing more and more in this league, no question about it. That wasn't the biggest of gains, but it's enough to get them a first down. And it continues to test the defense. They have to think on every play about who might end up with the ball.
46, boy, 46. 46 to Mike. Check that.
Here's Richardson. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. 4 yards on the play, and that leads to the 1st and goal. Here's a handoff out of the gun. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And he's going to look that one in one-handed. What a catch for the touchdown. Well, look, this is a team, Charles. They faced adversity all year long. They had to fight and claw to win that division, but they're putting it all together here in the wild card game.
Feels like a statement, doesn't it? An absolute statement game, a message to the top seeds. Overlook us at your own peril. We're pretty darn good.
The 49ers ready to kick it away, and here we go. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Now we'll see what this Seahawks offense has in store with their first possession of the second half. They'll run with Walker to begin the drive. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Operating from the gun, Meyer. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. A give for Walker running right. And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36. They work now on 2nd and 9. Sticking with Walker on 2nd down. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. Another modest gain there on that one. And I think, Charles, you can probably pin part of the deficit on a failure on their part to really get this ground game established.
Yeah, and they've really struggled to be multidimensional in this one, haven't they, partner? Because they have to be extremely one-dimensional now if they hope to get back into this game. They'll have to do it by throwing the football and hope to have success through the air.
1 quarter remains in this NFC wildcard matchup. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Back now here in Santa Clara. It's the Seahawks with possession of the football, but they do trail here to begin quarter number 4. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. Another catch for him there. This one good for 11. 1st down. Looking to throw. Meyer. Wide open receiver, complete. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18. Again, he'll drop to throw. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. It'll be a loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up 2nd. And you hate to say it with a rookie quarterback. He's done some good things, but overall, looked a little bit overwhelmed back there, hasn't he?
He certainly has. But in his defense, he hasn't had a lot of time to throw the football. You like the way I said that? In his defense.
In his defense. I got it.
You see what I did there?
Yeah, he needs better protection, that's for sure. To throw on 2nd down. Meyer. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. It'll be a pickup of 15 as that'll lead to 3rd down.
That's a good bounce-back play right there after taking a sack on 1st down. Didn't quite get it to the marker, but now they're in a much better spot for a 3rd and short yardage call through the offensive coordinator. You like looking at that section a heck of a lot better than trying to figure out 3rd and long.
So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he'll get about 4 there as he takes it from the 10 down to the 6. Second down and 6 now. back to throw. Meyer. And down he goes. Pressure gets him back at the 14. They push him back 8 yards that time on second down.
Remember, throughout my career here, defensive coaches always say, guys, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. Well, they put themselves in a great spot with this big lead, and they know they've got to throw the ball.
These pass rushers have to be salivating. It is pin your ears back time indeed.
This offense so far on third down, they've been very good. 5 for 7 thus far. This is 3rd and 14. He finds his man, complete. That's Bradley. They'll wind up getting just a yard, and that's going to bring up a 4th down.
Did they maybe play that too safely on third down? I know you don't want to just throw a ball blindly downfield, but that didn't help them a whole lot.
I think they probably said if it's open, take the shot. If not, get something safe because we do have 4th down.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. To the end zone, a pick 6 for the 49er D as they score the touchdown. So they go for it on 4th and goal, hoping to get 6, and it's 6 the other way.
If hindsight is 20/20, they would have gone ahead and kicked the field goal, but by being aggressive, it actually cost them. Give up 6 points going the other way.
Out comes the kicking team here for the extra point. And they open the lead up now to 25 points. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick 6. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The Seattle offense now set to come back out on the field. They are most likely staring at a cold end to their season here in this wild card round. Nothing has gone right so far, and they are, to be frank, in desperation mode now as they begin with a 1st and 10. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. 16 yards right off the bat and a 1st down. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. He finds his man, complete. That's Stanley. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a 2nd and just a few inches left. Coming up to the line, and they will need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Meyer. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. At 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue. So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 46. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Incomplete.
That was well played, but that was also an example of a corner who understands his coverage, realized he had support behind him, and could be a little more aggressive in the shorter zone, and did exactly that, knocking that pass away.
A throw over the middle, taken in. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. So they'll accept that penalty, and that'll, of course, move the football up the field. On 1st down, Meyer. Now a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete.
This has obviously been a bad loss, but one of the few things they can still do is try and throw the ball all the way to the end zone and get some points on the board so they're not shut out over the final 2 quarters of this game.
Now here's a throw that's complete. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. Now they got to get to the line quickly. From the gun on 3rd down. Meyer. Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10.
So this offense able to convert on 4th, and now a fresh set of downs here. 1st and 10. This one goes underneath to Walker.
And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9.
Ball at the 9 on 2nd and 8.
Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds left to go.
Here's a 2nd and 8.
Looking to throw. Meyer. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown. A 9-yard touchdown grab.
And the Seahawks are finally into the end zone here in this 4th quarter.
Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead is down to 28-10. That one in the books as a 12-play drive. And the Seahawks capping it off with a touchdown.
And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
And San Francisco gets set to go here.
And you'd have to say they have done what they set out to do in this wild card round. It won't get easier from here, of course, but they'll certainly have some momentum built up.
There he goes, left side.
Now he's loose down the left sideline.
Touchdown, 49ers. A great effort there. 75 yards.
And the 49ers continue to show why it pays to play at home in the postseason as they add on to their lead.
Point after, right down the middle. And they open the lead up now to 25. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
And at this point, maybe you say, you know, it was a good effort really just to make the playoffs. They couldn't win their division but did earn a wild card berth. It does appear, however, that their season is just a few minutes away from ending in one-and-done fashion.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Back to throw. Meyer.
And that is going to officially draw the curtain on this one as the last throw intercepted. Down the sideline he goes.
And into the end zone. A pick 6 for the 49er D as they score the touchdown.
Well, this one was already ugly, and now it's just kind of becoming a feast on the defensive side of the football.
Yeah, partner, this is a unit that knows they've got this game in the bag with this huge lead. And it's going to drive their coaches crazy because they're telling them play it straight, do all the right things. But these guys are going to be freewheeling now. All of them are going to take chances, and that one pays off with an INT and a return for 6.
And the Niners will continue on as we say so long, everybody.